Hey guys, welcome to Muscle Memory. My name is Malcolm, and coming up very soon is another collaboration between Impact Wrestling and New Japan for Multiverse United 2 at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Today I'm talking to one of Impact's biggest stars. He's going to be a tag team match. Him and Moose are taking on TMDK. It's Eddie Edwards. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. It's such an honor. You were actually one of the first matches I ever saw watching Impact Wrestling. It was you versus Bobby Lashley for the World Championship. You actually wanted that.
Oh yeah. All right. So you're the good luck charm. All right. Good to
Yes,
know.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're also from Boston. I'm a big Celtics fan, so I feel like this is gonna be a good time.
That's why I got that KG sweatshirt on right now.
Much respect, much respect. But talking about your match at Multiverse United 2, I mean, it's a big tag team match. How's like going in with Moose, someone you definitely feuded with in the past, and now you're taking on TMDK?
Yeah, me and Moose, we have a long history. It started out as friendship. We were best. I'd say we were best friends. For quite a while, and things happen in the wrestling business, as we know. Um, and at this point, I think we both know who each other are. I know who Moose is as a person. He knows who I am and what I'm trying to accomplish. And I think that's gonna play in our favor going into this. People are probably, worried how are we gonna get along? How's it gonna work together? No, we're two professionals. We're professional wrestlers. We're going out there and we're representing not only the company, but we're representing ourselves out there. So we're gonna go out there, and whether it's at the beginning of the match or mid match, at some point it's gonna click. Like, let's just handle our business. After the match, if we have an issue, that's between us. But while we're in there, we handle business and we take care of business, and we're gonna need to do that against TMDK. Zack and Shane, two of the best going right now. Two guys that I also have a history with. We were both over in Japan for Pro Wrestling Noah years ago together. So to see, where everybody in this match has gotten to, the heights that they've gotten to, I'm looking forward to this match. I'm looking forward to representing Impact out there.
Definitely, definitely. And like you are like one of the big like pillars right now in Impact Wrestling. Do you see yourself staying in Impact Wrestling for maybe the rest of your career? Are you an Impact Wrestling lifer?
That is my goal. And I've said, since day one, and I've been obviously through different regimes and office changes, but the one thing that has never changed for me is the way I've been treated. I've always been treated with respect from the company. And at this point, I have tenure at this point. The company is really supportive as far as creative ideas or anything like that. The lines of communication between the roster, between myself and the front office, is always open. And my goal is to stay here and watch Impact continue to grow and continue to take it to that next level.
Yeah, and Impact's had like a lot of great like strands of like TV shows this summer, like big pay-per-views and whatnot, reaching some very high viewership. How do you think Impact Wrestling continues to grow that audience and continue to get high viewing numbers like they are?
I think it starts with everybody in the company being on the same page and having that same goal. We're all fighting for that same thing. We all have that. We all feel like we are the underdog. We're the company that people thought was shutting down numerous times. Nobody thought we would get to where we are. So I think that plays into the fact where we're all trying to show people that no, we're here and we're here for a reason. They were wrong about us. You know what I mean? So we want to go out there. We want to prove what we can do. And I think, obviously the product speaks for itself. We go out there, our roster goes out there, puts on these amazing matches. Our production value, our everybody on production goes out there and they do their job. Everybody is on the same page and wants to accomplish that same goal. We want to grow that viewership. We want to take it to new heights. So the fact that we're all working together, nobody's trying to work against another one. There's no backstabbing or anything like that. We're going out there looking straight forward, trying to figure out what we want to do, and we're driving towards that goal together.
For sure, for sure. And like looking at like some of your biggest highlights in the company so far, winning that Impact Wrestling World Championship. You won from Bobby Lashley, I believe it was back in like 2014 or 15. What going into that match, how did you go from being like a guy who's just a tag team wrestler to winning the World Championship in Impact Wrestling?
That's a great question. How did it happen and why did it happen? It was just an opportunity at the time. I feel like, me and Davey had split at that point. I was doing, the X Division stuff at that time. And sometimes the company takes a chance and they take a shot. They give you the ball, you know what I mean? And that was my opportunity to show that I did belong, not only on the roster, but I belonged, as the world champion. And they gave me that opportunity. And I just, I did everything I could to go out there and succeed. And to be able to do it against somebody like Bobby Lashley is, it's next level. I mean, he is a true freak. So to be able to say that I beat Bobby Lashley for my first world title, it's pretty amazing to be able to say.
For sure, for sure. And like another big career highlight that was like an injury that turned into maybe like a different career resurgence for you was the baseball hit, well, baseball bat with Sami Callihan. Going into that, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you didn't expect to get hit in the face with a baseball bat. I don't think anyone would. But coming out of that injury, like what happened as you're getting hit? What was like the thoughts going through your head and now leading into now the wrestler you are?
Yeah, I like to say that that is the prime example of taking lemons and making lemonade out of it. The whole scenario. As far as what was going through my mind, I'm laying on that mat and I get hit, right about here, and I feel it. And people ask if it was, did it hurt or how painful was it? But it wasn't necessarily like it wasn't painful. It was more like shock. It was this like electric shock that went through my face that as it happened. And my first thought was, holy s, I think I'm losing my eye. And I rolled out of the ring and I'm just covering my eye. And I fully expect when I take my hand down that my eyeball is going to be hanging out of my face. And luckily it wasn't. It was just very bloody, but nothing, nothing like losing an eye happened. Couple broken bones, broken orbital, broken nose. But I think one of the reasons that it helped, lead to the story between me and Sammy, and obviously my character switched things up, is because there was no serious damage, going forward. It wasn't like I lost my vision or anything like that. If that happened, who knows how it would have played out. But because I got very lucky as far as the damage, it gave us a chance to kind of create this, or not create a story, but run with the story of what happened in the ring. And it gave me a chance to kind of step outside my comfort zone as a professional wrestler and just become a crazed kick-ass son of a bitch. And I enjoyed it, and it has led to longevity of my career, as well as a different style, as well as a different approach to how I handle things. And it forced me to get comfortable doing things that I wasn't doing at the time. So, all in all, as far as getting hit in the face with a baseball bat, it worked out pretty well.
Seems like it did. Seems like it did. And like there's so much going on with Impact Wrestling right now, especially with Emergence coming a week after Multiverse United 2. And a big announcement that's going to happen is Sonata, the IWGP champion, is going to be at Emergence. Do you have any interest of facing him for that title?
Of course. I mean, anytime there's another champion in our company, I want to be, well, even if they're not a champion, I want to be the guy that somebody comes from another company. I'm happy to be the Impact representative who goes out there and kind of handles business and sees what they're about. But Sonata, when he was over before, we had a few matches. We had some X Division title matches and stuff like that. So to see him come back as the IWGP champ, it's pretty cool to see, and I would love to challenge him for that.
Amazing, amazing. And one of my final questions for you, Eddie, is that Impact 1000 is coming up very soon as well. And there's so many different stars that are coming back to the show. In your mind, what's like the Mount Rushmore of Impact Wrestling, looking at all these legends that are returning?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Of course, AJ Styles first and foremost. He is the backbone of the company. Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels. I feel like those guys, that style, the way they were going about the way wrestling was at the time, those guys really set the stage. Jeff Jarrett as well. There's so many guys and girls that have come through the company that have helped build us to where we are now. And it's not necessarily one or the other. It's definitely a collective effort between everybody who's been involved in the company. So I'm looking forward to the 1,000th episode. Again, people thought we were dead and buried. So here we are, 1,000 episodes in. We're gonna be doing 1,000 more, but I'm looking forward to the surprises and whoever else shows up. I'll be welcoming them with open arms.
For sure. And like, you definitely competed and done so many different things in Impact Wrestling now. What's like your goal now in this stage of your career?
You know, for me, it's just about going out there and just enjoying what I'm doing. You know what I mean? To continue to enjoy. I love professional wrestling. I love being in the locker room. I love trying to, help people. I love just, being a part of the roster, going out there, as I said before, kind of let those creative juices flow. As long as I get to do that, man, I am a happy camper. And of course, I'd love to be a world champion again someday.
Definitely. And again, like looking at all your accomplishments, so you're a two-time world champion, five-time tag, two-time X Division and whatnot. Looking back at your entire career, someone's never seen an Eddie Edwards match. What would they expect?
For me, the again, I pride myself on being the guy that will never give up. You know what I mean? Somebody that will never stop. I will take an ass whooping like you never believe, but I will not quit. And I will do it not only for myself, but if you're watching me, I'm doing it for the fans. You know what I mean? I'm doing it because this is what I love. And I feel if you're watching a match, you can sense what I take pride in as you watch what I'm doing. You watch me out there, you watch me getting beat up, or you watch me beating somebody up, you can sense that I enjoy what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing, and I feel that will come across in any match you watch of mine. You'll see my love of pro wrestling.
For sure. And my final match for you, or my final question for you is, what can fans expect when watching Multiverse United 2?
Multiverse United 2, it's going to be a whole bunch of unique matches that people have never seen before. There's going to be some guys and girls that maybe you've never seen before, but it's going to be something completely different. And I think that's a great thing. You don't quite know what to expect. The only thing you can expect is some great matches. The New Japan wrestlers are some of the best in the world. Impact, some of the best in the world. So you get us together, you're going to create something special. So when you're watching, just know that it is a special moment that you're watching and enjoying. So make sure you sit back, enjoy it, and just take it all in. Enjoy it for what it is.
Absolutely amazing. Guys, you can watch Impact Wrestling / New Japan Multiverse United 2 at the 2300 Arena, August 20th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania as well. Eddie, thank you so much for coming on today. Where can they find you on social media if they're not already following you?
I'm only on Twitter or X. I don't know what is it, but I'm on X, I guess. At the Eddie Edwards, that's where I'm at. So follow me if you want. Just keep supporting Impact and professional wrestling as a whole. And I thank you for having me on and the support of Impact as well, man.
Thank you so much, guys. Impact Wrestling Multiverse United 2. Link description for all of the links to find the show, watch the show, and wrap.